Hey radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.
It's not the news, it's more important. Now trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
So the WNBA, still one of the top trending topics today for a different reason. Angel Reese was talking to reporters yesterday and said, I think so many people are watching women's basketball right now. It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now, and I understand, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly, I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. And then she points out that it's not just one person making the WNBA super popular right now. It's at least two people, her and Caitlin Clark.
No, it's one. It's one.
Yeah, she said, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, the reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too. And I want you to realize that.
My God.
Like it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game. So
yeah, it's one person.
You think?
Yes.
But even that one person needed she goes, I'll be the villain for my team if that's what it takes to elevate the game.
She's the villain.
Yeah, I mean, I would totally take that role if it meant lifting everybody up.
Does that sound like she's lifting everybody up? Or does that sound like she's like, what about me? What about me? Stop giving Caitlin all the credit. It's me too. Me.
It's not lifting everybody up. She only mentioned two. She didn't even mention the first one.
No,
she just mentioned herself.
She's just like, all right, so Caitlin's a deal, but don't forget about me. Me.
She said, I'll take the bad guy role and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates, and I know I'll go down in history. So,
oh my God.
It is an interesting story, though, to watch the WNBA start to see some excitement.
And all of the statistics and ratings and all the way they break it out and everything, it's Caitlin Clark.
Solely?
It's solely Caitlin Clark. They've all been trying to do this whole thing about it's this rookie class. It's Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, Pat McAfee.
And that's why everybody is going after her. Well, one of the reasons everybody's going after her.
Okay.
Yeah, Pat McAfee had a numbers breakdown he did. She's astronomically higher than everybody else in all these numbers, like amount of people watching her, buying her jersey, all that kind of stuff. It's Caitlin Clark. Yeah, she's the reason.
Yeah, so she's like number 3 with the jerseys, even in the NBA, in the regular NBA. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of crazy. There's a story, there's a mystery afoot. Remember a couple months ago we talked about that stingray that was pregnant, even though it had never been around a male stingray. The aquarium in Hendersonville, North Carolina, posted we don't know what's going on. This stingray is pregnant, and it's never been around a male stingray. Well, yesterday it turns out that stingray named Charlotte, which was brought to the aquarium from Charlotte, actually has a rare reproductive disease. So they said it's negatively affecting the stingray. So they got a little bit of press early on, and now they're being a little coy about the whole situation.
So did it produce offspring or not?
No one seems to really know. A lot of people are saying, well, what happened to that sonogram that you showed with all those stingray babies inside the stingray? I don't remember seeing that, but a mystery is afoot because they're being awfully tight-lipped right now. So we'll see how this all pans out. But Charlotte is trending this morning. And those are just a few things that are now trending.
Okay, the last line in this direct message that we got, we're close, but dang, when is enough? Today's group therapy coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
So losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months, 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So Ace is not here. He's on a little break, going to the beach with his young family. And he usually is group therapy guy. So we'll just do group therapy in his honor today. But hopefully we will do it justice. Justice! Hey, guys. Well, first of all, group therapy is when people have a problem, some sort of a dilemma, and they're in such dire straits for help that they resort to asking a bunch of yahoos on the radio and podcasting what to do about it. So please, if you can participate with some sort of an insight that can help, it would be greatly appreciated, because obviously they've reached the bottom of the barrel as far as where to look for help. Hey guys, my cousin just sent out a save the date announcement for her third wedding. Am I supposed to get her a gift for that? I've already been to the previous weddings and gave her nice gifts both times. We're close, but dang, when is enough enough? Lucy in Salisbury, North Carolina.
Oh.
It's Regan's hometown.
It is. Mm-hmm. No. My first thought to say no, but how
are you saving a date? Why are you making such a big deal out of a third wedding anyways? What I would think, would you even do that? Would you even have a big enough wedding to where you're having to send out save the date cards?
That's true. Yeah, get over yourself.
Because, I don't understand the save the date cards anyway. Just send out the invitations early. If you want to go ahead and make sure people have it on their calendar, that's what invitations do. One or the other. Either send a full invitation way in advance where you want them to get it, or just send the save the date as the invitation. I don't understand that. Never have. I think it's just something that wedding vendors came up with and made women think that they have to do that now. Maybe. You don't do that for anything else, do you?
No. Did you? Was it a popular thing when you got married?
No.
I don't know. I always heard that the save the date was to get like gifts. To ask for gifts without inviting them to the wedding.
But you would send a save the date without sending an invitation later?
I thought so.
Why would you be saving the date if you're not invited to the wedding?
I'm probably totally wrong about that.
No, but you're probably right. People are weird.
I don't know.
So there you go. Should this cousin be expected to give a gift? First of all, would you go to a third wedding if it's something formal like that?
If it's my cousin, yeah,
I wouldn't.
If it's a friend, probably.
Because how old can this person be? Too old to be. You already had two big weddings, and you're gonna have a third one. Just go to Gaffney, South Carolina, get married. Like the Vegas of the South when it comes to quick marriages, and be done with it.
And this person's clearly not like their favorite cousin, because they don't want to do it. Go anyway.
Yeah.
So but
it didn't say don't want to go. They just said we're close. Okay. Since they're close.
Oh yeah. No. Oh.
All right. So whatever you think, let's go. You can send us a message at the Ace TJ Show. Should this person be Lucy be expected to give a gift for her cousin's third wedding? And then we can expand on all the other stuff that she didn't ask. Coming up next.
Live on your radio and anytime you want us, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
We're here with Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. And Richard, not just mortgages, not just home sales. Now you're helping people with home improvements.
Yeah, that's right. So if you want a backyard that you've always dreamed of, or you need siding, windows, whatever you need, give us a call. Check it out.
You've got the money in your home. Richard just helps you find it. Finds the best way for you to do it. It's very simple. All you have to do is start by going to homewithrichard.com. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Lucy in Salisbury, North Carolina, home of the famous Riggins. That's where he was raised.
That's right.
Not born, but raised.
Born and raised.
You were born in Salisbury?
Sure.
I thought you were born in Chicago. Your parents had already moved here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're the only one of your brothers that was born in North Carolina?
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you.
And
that's what makes you better than them. Than they are.
Yeah, I mean, one of the many things.
Yeah. You were born on Southern soil.
Yeah.
Not Chicago concrete.
We're so alike, Riggins.
In the home of Cheerwine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which, by the way, is wine you have to drink in a chair.
That's
chair wine.
That's what it is.
Okay, so Lucy in Salisbury, North Carolina says, my cousin just sent out save the date announcements for her third wedding. Am I supposed to get a gift for that? I've already been to 2 previous weddings and gave her a nice gift both times. We're close, but dang, when is enough? Most people seem to be saying that you should probably just get a little something. You know, get something just to say you did. Maybe a little sit about for the house or something like that.
Yes, that's appropriate.
Would you register? Do a bridal registry at your third marriage or your third wedding? I wouldn't think that you would do that.
Nothing would surprise me anymore. You shouldn't. No, of course you shouldn't. But I know people probably do.
Unless, like, she lost all of her stuff in the divorces.
Yeah. He like burned down the house when he left.
Even at that, I mean, you're still you got to be well into adulthood if you're getting married for the third time.
Yeah,
and like only young people should ask for things for free.
That's a good one.
Get me a gift should only be something that comes out of a young person.
That's a hot take. That is the point of wedding gifts, is that you're filling a home. You know, that's why you get bread makers and blenders and knife sets and.
Mm-hmm. But it's kind of hard for me because I'm not close really to, I don't have a lot of cousins. I have several first cousins in Louisville that I don't, like, they wouldn't know me if I walked in their house right now, probably.
Yeah.
And then I have 2 first cousins, my sweet Aunt Tina's children in Jonesboro, Louisiana. But I'm trying to think. A third? I'm not going to a third wedding.
No, I'm not. Well, I mean,
it could be my daughter's third wedding, and I'm not going because chances are I'm not going to agree with it. I'm not going to think it should happen.
Why?
Especially if the other 2 were just divorced. Then there was a death in there somewhere. Because if you've been married twice, then I'm guessing that you're not going to be making the right decision the third time either.
Really?
I would have to be in the middle of it to see.
2 is the cutoff.
Yeah, plus it's weddings. That's asking a lot of me,
Yeah.
to go to a wedding 3 times.
No doubt about it.
Your time's precious.
Absolutely. Okay, so we solved that. Don't even go to the wedding. That's the thing. And distance yourself from this cousin, right? That's what the consensus is.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
It's radio. It's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and Richard is going to help you get out of credit card debt. And when he pulls your information, it will not your credit.
That's right.
Ding, it won't ding your credit.
No dinging of the credit. We're going to find out and see what we can do for you so you don't have to be bombarded by having a negative effect on your credit.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's a lot easier than you think. It all starts by going to homewithrichard.com, and they take care of the rest. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
The Johnson Group has been cleaning some of Charlotte's most prestigious businesses since 1985. Family owned and operated. Learn more at acetj.com/clean. It's first class cleaning with the Johnson Group.
Available when you want it, how you want it. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Well, my son, his birth certificate name is Aiden, but his real name to us is Boy. Boy is 21 today. He is mine and Jody's younger child. He's the youngest one we have. He's 21, and he just absolutely adores me, as you can imagine. I mean, he does. And one of the reasons why he and my daughter, who's 23, she'll be 24 in a couple of weeks, the reason that they love me so much and can relate to me so much is because I do young people things all the time to stay relevant. Like I'm on that Reddit all the time. All the time. I'm on Reddit. And that's what the Gen Z speaks is Reddit.
Yeah.
I mean, parents, if you have Gen Z kids and you want to relate to them, you want them to relate to you and think you're cool, start talking about things you've seen on Reddit. And then, say things like, yeah, I look at Reddit all the time. And when they say you do, then you say, no cap. No cap, I do. Which that means you're not lying. Cap means lie. So say that. But on the Reddit, there was a topic of annoying habits that parents have. People talking about annoying habits that their parents have. Some of these are pretty funny. I can't tell my parents any secrets or they'd be the topic of the next big family gathering.
Okay.
Because they don't want their business being told. They call my name. I answer, and there's no response back. Like when you're in the house with
all the time.
My dad has to be at the airport 6 hours before departure. That's Jody. Jody's dad
that's a dad move.
Woo.
Getting there bright and early.
Yeah. Like he starts freaking out the night before.
Yeah.
You got our boarding passes. Everything's good. Suitcase laid out, ready to go. When I sleep, I'm ninja quiet. I'm sorry. When they sleep, I'm ninja quiet. When I sleep, there's vacuuming, phone calls, booming TV, loud conversations, demolishing part of the house, and fire alarms going off.
That is so true.
Well, you ought to be up.
Yeah.
You ought to be up.
Uh-huh.
My mom always says long story short and then proceeds to tell a long story packed with unnecessary details.
That's just your mom.
Your mom doesn't do that, Riggins?
No, she doesn't. I can give you a horribly annoying one, though. When I have a distant cousin that I never talk to, she'll text me and say, your cousin Sarah's having a baby girl, but don't post anything on social media. It's like, Mom, I'm a public figure. You think my cousin, who I haven't spoken to in 20 years, and I'm going to get on Facebook and be like, guess what, guys? My cousin Sarah, who I never talk to, is having a baby girl. Yeah. You're clueless.
I'm about to be a second cousin.
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah. Or when they force you to talk to somebody that you haven't seen in years, and pretend like you're still really great friends with them.
Go talk to them.
Yeah.
No, you go talk to them.
She ever given your number to somebody that you didn't talk to in a long time?
She's given my number to people that she used to work with to ask me to host fundraisers for them. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's not good.
It's not good at all.
All right, Now Trending is coming up next. Don't miss that.
It's radio. It's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
So our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, is here, and he has helped us so many times through the years. And when it comes to mortgages, he's going to get you the best deal.
That's right. We are the best deal. And if you're under contract to buy a house, you should check us out. I mean, you're not going to. They never do. But we're the best deal.
But feel free, you should, and because we've used him for years for a variety of different things. Whatever you're needing, go to homewithrichard.com to get the process started, and they can take care of you from there. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
Currents is Lake Norman's #1 lifestyle magazine. Every month, Currents brings you the latest news on what's happening in the Lake Norman area. They've been serving the Lake Norman community for over 13 years. See the latest issue of Currents now at lncurrents.com.
If it's trending, it's here now. This is Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
So archaeologists have just found another skull from what they are calling a thunderbird. This is what it looks like, a very rare thunderbird. 1,000-pound ostriches is basically what we're looking at there.
Please get out of here with that.
And they gave me a number how long it lived to go. And I can't even, it's a lot of commas. I can't tell you. Oh, a really long time ago, around the time of the dinosaurs.
Right.
It looks like a dinosaur based on that picture.
It's prehistoric.
They don't know that.
I know you always say that. They don't know that.
No.
Even
they're
if they
just
found
trying
a
to
skull,
get grants.
they're trying to get grants. That's what happened.
Hey, give us $1 million for the staff of 3 to go back out there and try to find the rest of it. The Thunderbird.
It's a pretty cool name, though. It's a Thunderbird. Way better than an ostrich. So Coca-Cola is still the top soda in America, but now Dr. Pepper has inched ahead of Pepsi. So for the first time, Dr. Pepper ahead of Pepsi, which is great. I like Dr. Pepper a lot more than I like Pepsi.
You do?
Absolutely.
Not me. I love Pepsi.
Do you?
Yes, absolutely.
A Diet Pepsi?
Love it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm sure the people at Dr. Pepper, I thought Dr. Pepper was owned by Pepsi.
I did too for a long time, but then, our friend Kimberly works for Coca-Cola, and then she also had Dr. Pepper products. So I really don't know. Maybe Dr. Pepper and Coca-Cola partner on distribution.
Yeah, like bottling or something like that.
I'm not sure, but she had that that vanilla Dr. Pepper or whatever it was that was so hard to find.
Yeah,
she had some of it. But yeah, I love Pepsi, and especially this weekend when I'm going to Newbern, North Carolina for TJ and Jody's Small Town Adventures, because that's where Pepsi's from.
Oh, is it really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
North Carolina coming through.
Yep. Yep.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, congratulations to Dr. Pepper. X is now allowing adult content on their platform, as was the announcement yesterday, but a lot of people are saying, well, I've been seeing a lot of adult content on X/Twitter for a long time, but they're saying this is basically a form of free expression, and you can choose to not see it, and there are avenues available if you don't want to see it, but X is all about free speech. You can kind of say what you want, so they think nudity and adult content is as part of that. So people have differing opinions on whether that is a good idea.
Well, then they should say on X whether they agree with it or not. You can't get people to express themselves on X as far as their controversial opinions and whatnot.
Yeah, it is a hotbed for controversial opinions. And then an 83-year-old woman was gored at Yellowstone National Park by a bison. 83 years old. They do warn you not to get within 25 yards of the bison. They can run 3 times as fast as humans, even though they are enormous.
Did she do that? Did she get up on them and do what most people are doing when they get attacked?
Trying to take like selfies and things like that. The details are unclear. The investigation is underway, but she definitely got too close. I think that, 83 years old, getting gored. So she was airlifted out of the park and then flown to a hospital in Idaho, where she is currently being treated. This happened over the weekend. So.
And just like all of those animals at Yellowstone out there, it's named Mike.
That's it.
Mike Bison.
Mike Bison. You heard it here first. Some great advice if you are a new adult or in the throes of adulthood. Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
It's been a debate here for years.
Does great furniture look good?
Or does it feel good?
Does it fit the style of the room good?
Or does it sit good?
Well, after years of debate
and years of research,
we've decided great furniture
is good fitting
and good sitting.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and get an Adirondack chair for just $279. In stock and ready to rock only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ Podcast and Radio Show.
Ace is not here today, as TJ mentioned in the previous hour. Ace is down at the beach with his, he called them young family.
Yeah.
His young wife and young child. Little baby. But Ace loves pointing out that when you graduate college, you are thrust into adulthood with no parachute, and it's brutal and vicious, and the real world's going to slap you in the face. He loves scaring the new graduates like that. But I did not have that tumultuous of a time after I graduated college. It was I had a job lined up, which I know helps. But I also had a pretty good support system in my family. My brothers lived close by, and they asked me to move in with them. My parents were nearby to help out in case anything got really scary.
Sticky.
Yeah. So I did not have that kind of like abrupt being thrust into the real world. It's horrible. Everything is awful. I wish I was a kid again experience. But I know for a lot of people, being an adult, it comes with its challenges. And here's a young woman that has revealed one of the best parts about becoming an adult, and I happen to totally agree with her.
I have had hot dogs for dinner the past 4 nights in a row, 2 hot dogs, heated up in the microwave for dinner. You're allowed to do this. Nobody's talking about it. You can do this. Nobody will stop you. It feels wrong, but it's oh so right.
Yeah, no one's going to stop you. That is true. I guess that might be one of the fun parts about becoming an adult.
Yeah.
To me, it was smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
You know, at will.
Right, not having to go leave the house to do it.
Yeah, and then, you know, rinsing off somewhere and then going in and spraying your clothes and things like that. But you know what? For some people, just eating 2 hot dogs every single night, cooked in a microwave, is one of the great parts about being an adult.
One for me was eating cereal at night.
Yeah.
You know, people talk about that all the time. The rule that cereal can be eaten at other parts of the day.
Sure. It feels a little scandalous. Yeah. It feels a little wrong. But once you're on your own, you can kind of do. You were eating Beanie Weenies, remember, off like paper plates.
Sure.
Your mom would have freaked out if she'd seen that.
Yeah, especially since I was too lazy to throw the paper plates away when I was finished. I don't know what that was about.
Where were the paper plates going?
Just, you know, in the living room, on the, you know, like on the little table.
Yeah,
by the couch.
Sure.
The side tables and stuff, just wherever. I would eat them while I was watching TV and then just sit them down.
I love that.
Rob's laughing because he's doing that now.
Mine aren't paper plates, though.
Was there? Yeah, right. They're just regular plates stacked up. Rob, was there one thing about after you left your home, and because you left home later than a lot of guys?
I was 29 when I moved out.
Was there a new sense of freedom that you got when you left the house?
Not really, because I could see my parents' house from my porch.
That's true. It's like seeing Russia from Alaska. It is possible. So it's a little different. A woman has a strong message to the Chinese government. Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Well, here we are, another new year, and you're, again, going to try to lose that weight you've been needing to lose for a long time. Well, here's what you need. You need Calitrin to help, because Calitrin is not a drug. No, not at all. It is natural and effective. It's scientifically proven to help you lose weight and get better sleep. When you buy 3 months supply of Calitrin, you will get 3 months free right now, and consistency is the key with Calitrin. So order it today at acetj.com/weight loss. It's Calitrin.
Create an unforgettable experience with the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com. Weddings, banquets, shows, expos, they do it all at the Cabarrus Arena. Learn more at cabarrusarena.com.
We're here with Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies. And Richard, not just mortgages, not just home sales. Now you're helping people with home improvements.
Yeah, that's right. So if you want a backyard that you've always dreamed of, or you need siding, windows, whatever you need, give us a call. Check it out.
You've got the money in your home. Richard just helps you find it. Finds the best way for you to do it. It's very simple. All you have to do is start by going to homewithrichard.com. It's homewithrichard.com. The Richard Toccato Companies.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So unless you've been living under a rock for the last few months, you know that TikTok is potentially going away in the United States unless its parent company, which is owned by a Chinese company, decides to sell TikTok. But lawmakers desperately want that app gone, which would be devastating to me. I love it. It's a great place to see new content, and they deliver it in a way that is enjoyable to me. But a lot of people are not happy with the company that owns TikTok, including this woman.
And this is to the Chinese government. If y'all are using that little camera up there and y'all spying on me, if y'all spying on that, how the hell you ain't tell me that man was cheating on me? If you gonna use it for good.
See, that's a good point. You're spying on me with these little cameras on my phone. Use it for something good.
You should let me know.
Let me know. Something positive. That's what they should do.
Yeah.
If you're going to be spying on us, you would win over so many people if you're like, hey, heads up.
Mm-hmm.
we looked at your man's phone. He is cheating on you, and you better go handle it. He's taking advantage of you.
Right. He's making TikTok videos with somebody else.
Yeah, they're dancing in her kitchen. She's making him, chicken tetrazzini. I don't know what she do with the chicken tetrazzini, but Paul love it. Paul love it. So I think she's making some solid points there. We'll see if they listen. And then a woman went to go get her waxing and nails done at a spa. And this was her experience. Listen to what happened when she got all this stuff done. Oh, wait, here, let me get this right.
Why did I just come from
Oh, wait a minute. I got the wrong one. This is a mess, guys. Give me 1 second.
Glad there weren't no cussing.
Why did I just come from getting my nails and eyebrows done? And the lady gonna ask me, you want to do your mustache too? I said, no. She go, oh, no boyfriend? No tip, bitch.
So, get the mustache done.
That's a lot like when we worked with young lady Riggins, and she said she was going to get laser hair removal, and you said, "Oh, you're getting your mustache done?" And she said, "What? I don't have a stash.
I don't have a stash." And I went, "Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I mean,
you're gonna get your stash done."
When a woman tells you they're gonna go get waxed, which is what she said. My assumption was that...
No, she said laser hair removal.
Laser hair removal, whatever it was. Well, where else is she going to get laser hair removal besides her underarms?
Well, how do you know it wasn't
or wherever, or the bikini?
Underarms. You just assumed that it was her stash.
I did assume. That. You know what happens when you assume things? One question has taken over the internet. Where do you fall? We'll decide. Coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and Richard is going to help you get out of credit card debt. And when he pulls your information, it will not your credit.
That's right.
Ding, it won't ding your credit.
No dinging of the credit. We're going to find out and see what we can do for you so you don't have to be bombarded by having a negative effect on your credit.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's a lot easier than you think. It all starts by going to homewithrichard.com, and they take care of the rest. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies. Meal delivery services are a big thing right now, but Table and Twine is your local meal delivery service. The meals are fresh, not frozen like national chains. Plus, their meals start at just $7.99 a serving. Take back that time in your day, leave the shopping, preparation, and cooking to Table and Twine. Get details at tableandtwine.com. That's tableandtwine.com.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Now, I don't want to stoke the fire. I don't want to bring back any arguments that have already been settled, but TJ for a long time insisted on calling it a cheesesteak sandwich. And I said, no, a cheesesteak is what it's called. You don't go into a place and order a cheesesteak sandwich. You order a cheesesteak. It's known that is the cheesesteak, that is a sandwich.
Yeah. Do you ever make a peanut butter?
No, you don't. But if it was established as a sandwich, you would. The cheesesteak is established as a sandwich.
Okay, whatever. So, So you don't want to bring up old arguments, but what? You just want you just want to argue this again, or you got it somewhere else?
No, there's somewhere else I got to go. I'm just bring it up to give some context for where we are.
Okay.
Is lemonade a juice?
Well, I mean, it is a juice if. Say Hawaiian Punch is a juice because it's lemon juice and water and sugar.
And sugar, it's not just lemon juice.
Right.
So is lemonade a juice? Because we call it apple juice, but we know that apple juice has the juice of apples and sugar and water. So why is this any different?
Sure. I thought it was just the juice of the apple.
Sometimes it is.
Yeah,
Sometimes
it is. You'd have to get like a Simply Apple, but I mean, your regular grocery store bottle of apple juice has more than just apples in it.
So you would just call it lemon juice?
You couldn't call it lemon juice because lemon juice is
already
a thing.
Established. Yeah.
But a lot of people are saying yes. It's lemon flavored sugar water, so no, it's not juice. It's just a little bit more than Gatorade is Gator juice. Sue Ellen said, no, it is a concoction made with juice, a beverage or drink, but it is not a juice. But then she goes, but then again, orange juice sometimes has sugar and other things added to it. So
yeah, but it's not designed to. Orange juice is not designed to have other things in it. it was created to just be the juice.
Yeah.
Where you squeeze it at home and you do the whole thing. Lemonade was created to be a lemon flavored beverage.
Yeah, a drink.
Yeah.
Jackie said yes, considering almost all juices are filled with sugar these days. So in 2024, yes, it's a juice. 1950, no, not a juice. What do you think, Rob?
I don't think it's a juice.
You don't think it's a juice?
Yeah. I think that if you want people to assume that you're insane, then go ahead and start calling lemonade lemon juice, and then telling people, like, standing up for your argument, and they'll throw a net on you.
Yeah, maybe. Mm-hmm. The cheesesteak one way easier to determine who's right and who's wrong. And I was right, and you were wrong.
So you're going to open up the whole is a hoodie, a jacket, or a shirt again?
I don't want to do that. But, you were the one to make that stink about it. Make a big deal out of it.
Out of the hoodie thing?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. You were.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Everything you need to know coming up in Now Trending.
It's radio. It's a podcast. It's the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show. More next.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin. If you want all of the heating, air, and electrical work in your house done by the very best, then you need Bradham Brothers. They've been a family business thriving for over 50 years, and that means they're doing something right. Go to Bradham Brothers.
It's not the news. It's more important. Now Trending with Riggins on the Ace and TJ Show.
Robert Downey Jr. says he's, quote, surprisingly open to the idea of returning as Tony Stark in Iron Man, the huge Marvel movie series franchise, which is, interesting because when he was at the BAFTAs, he said, I know I have no acting credibility left after doing these, superhero movies. So it's like, dude, spare me. I like Robert Downey Jr. I think he's a fantastic actor. But the moment you get in front of all your little actor friends at the BAFTAs and you say, I know my credibility is shot because I've done all these movies. They gave you a chance to be a movie star again. And P.S., you got very, very rich from it.
What's a BAFTA?
That's like I think it's the English, British filmmaking awards.
Oh.
So it's even a level of like, we're in Europe and it's actors from over here, Shakespeare Theater. And it's like, I know I'm just a superhero actor. Well, yeah, they gave you a chance after you were a drug addict for a long time and nobody would give you a movie. And now you were just an Oppenheimer and you made a ton of money for Marvel.
Wasn't he already on the comeback before he started doing Iron Man? I thought he was already doing movies again.
He might have, but that was certainly the biggest one. I think he got paid, I don't remember what it was. Not a lot of money for the first Iron Man. But since then, he made $500 million as Tony Stark. Made him very, very rich and brought him back into the public forefront. So I just think it's a flip-flop that I find a little distasteful, if you ask me.
And I give him credit for being part of the downfall of our society as well. For continuing to promote this idea of adult adolescence and keeping grown folks acting like children watching superhero movies. Sorry, Rob.
He's sitting right there.
I know.
TJ.
I know. He's sitting there in a pack and play.
Well, if I thought you were right, I would be offended.
I'm watching him on the baby monitor.
He's not right, Rob.
No, that's why I'm not offended.
Oh. Yeah, good for you. Water off a duck's back. Happy National Hug Your Cat Day. Unless you ask veterinarians, they say a lot of cats don't prefer to be hugged, along with dogs. A lot of dogs don't like to be hugged, and you're stressing them out by doing that. But today is National Hug Your Cat Day, and it's an opportunity that presents itself for some snuggle time with your favorite feline friend.
Yeah, vets don't know that.
Do they not?
No. Did a dog tell them, hey, I don't like to be hugged? No.
They never did it.
They don't know.
So those are just a few things that are now trending.
Okay, there's a woman who says that men are terrified of her. Is it because she's so scary? We'll tell you this whole story coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies is here, and Richard is going to help you get out of credit card debt. And when he pulls your information, it will not your credit.
That's right.
Ding, it won't ding
yeah,
your credit.
no dinging of the credit. We're going to find out and see what we can do for you so you don't have to be bombarded by having a negative effect on your credit.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's a lot easier than you think. It all starts by going to homewithrichard.com, and they take care of the rest. It's homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
When it comes to buying or selling a house, there are all kinds of people that can help you do that, but not like the Temple team at Keller Williams Realty. They are so much more than just real estate salespeople. Find out by going to acetj.com/Temple team.
Live each weekday on your radio, anytime you want, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
Now, this kind of stuff comes up a lot, on our show, on the show that is United States Culture right now. But there is a TikToker. Again, I'm cool with the children, so I watch the TikToks. Actually, I don't. I get word of TikToks, and this is the TikToker who says that she is, quote, very single, end quote, and that men are terrified because she's so pretty and smart, and that's why she has no boyfriend. Let's see, one of the quotes in here. Given her natural beauty combined with her hard-earned success, she says, you've got a very terrifying woman on your hands, a very not easy woman, which men don't like. Men don't like me. Men are very, very terrified of me. I'm merely just a fantasy. I'm not a real human because of the pretty and scary. So I'm very, very, very single. So she goes on and on. And it's one of those things that is, it hampers a lot of people because they've been taught so long that you're so wonderful and you have no faults. Who is anybody to judge you, and this, that, and the other. And they get this inflated sense of self combined with so much of today's culture being all about me, that they think there's nothing wrong with me except for I'm too great and I intimidate men. And that is not the case.
It isn't the case?
That is not the case. 9 times out of 10, men are not terrified of you. Men are not intimidated by you, because a man would love to have a beautiful, smart, successful woman. I don't know any man that says, I don't want that. Oh, you don't catch me trying to find a pretty, smart girl.
Give me that ugly, dumb girl.
That does not exist. It has
I want an ugly dumb girl, please.
It has something to do with your attitude and the fact that you may not be as beautiful as your friends and family have told you are, and in this particular case, because you're a smoker.
Ooh.
It shows a picture of her smoking a cigarette at a park. That could be part of it. I don't know this woman. I'm just guessing, but I don't think it's because men are terrified of her. Oh, look at that. Now we have to take a break. We got more coming up next.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
They say there are only 2 things certain in life: sweet deals at Sweet Dreams and taxes.
And only one of those is certain this month.
Which one?
The sweet deals at Sweet Dreams.
What about the taxes?
No sales tax the entire month of April at Sweet Dreams.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And don't call me Shirley.
Love where you live, Lake Norman, and pay no sales tax during the month of April. Only at Sweet Dreams Furniture and Mattress.
Don't just listen to the Ace and TJ Show. Watch it. Now available 24 hours a day on YouTube. Just search for Ace TJ TV. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So a few minutes ago, we were talking about this lady on the TikTok who says that she's very, very, very single, and she attributes that to just being so pretty and so smart and successful that men are, quote unquote, terrified of her, and they want her as a fantasy, but they don't see her as human because she's so perfect I guess. Now, adding a little dose of reality to that in my own way, I was trying to explain that that's probably not the case. And most of the time when people say that, then it's just something that they're having to tell themselves, or that their friends and family who love them are telling them to make them feel better. But anytime I say that, people get all upset and act like I'm just an ogre and, it's so evil to say something like that. Any other place in society now, when you tell somebody they need self-help or they need to fix something about themselves and go to therapy or whatever, it's welcomed with open arms. But when you're trying to help somebody and say, hey, you're banking on the wrong thing here. If you want a companion, whether you're a man or a woman, and you think that everything is about everybody else, then you may need to look at yourself. You may be living, a falsehood to think that you're just too pretty and too smart and too successful for any normal man to want. Because those are exactly the things that men want. They want beautiful and smart and sweet. That's the thing that men want more than anything, is a woman to be nice. So sweet, pretty, smart. That's your winning combination. So she's pretty and smart. What are we missing here? Class?
Sweet.
Now, who am I to say? I actually speak for every man on earth is who I am. They've elected me to speak for them. Every other man on earth says, hey, go out there and talk for us. So that's what I'm doing.
You're an ambassador for men.
Exactly. I'm a man-ambassador.
A man-ambassador. Love that. TJ, the man-ambassador.
And the same goes for men. If you're telling yourself it's all the other women that can't handle how great you are, then you need to look in the mirror.
Yeah, that's important to point out, too.
So there you go. You're welcome. We're done.
This is the Ace and TJ Show.
So our friend Richard Toccato, the Richard Toccato Companies, is here, and he has helped us so many times through the years. And when it comes to mortgages, he's going to get you the best deal.
That's right. We are the best deal. And if you're under contract to buy a house, you should check us out. I mean, you're not going to. They never do. But we're the best deal.
But feel free, you should. And because we've used him for years for a variety of different things. Whatever you're needing, go to homewithrichard.com to get the process started, and they can take care of you from there. Homewithrichard.com, the Richard Toccato Companies.
This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
So, my buddy Riggins and I are probably two of the only people in U.S. America to think that going to see the Grand Canyon is overrated. Most people flip out over it. It's the greatest thing. It's wonderful. And it is. It's beautiful. It's amazing. But having to make that trek out there in the desert and, get on the bus to go from this part of it to that part of it, and all, not worth it to us Riggins. And
overrated.
Yeah.
Overrated.
But on the way to the Grand Canyon now, you can stop and visit the world's largest poop museum.
Come on.
I know. It's fossilized dinosaur poop.
Oh.
And they have 8,000 pieces in their collection, including the largest ever found, a 2-foot-long piece of dinosaur poop that they think belonged to a T-Rex. They think. They don't,
2 feet long?
Yeah.
Is the biggest one ever?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
The museum is free.
Thank God.
And they call it the Pooseum.
Okay.
Is what it's called.
The Pooseum.
Pooseum. Now.
Come on, man.
You gotta be some kind of a weirdo.
Oh my God.
I mean, I get it if you're trying to make money off people, and it's a little fun store, fun little stop on your way to the for the tourists and all that. But it's free.
It's free.
And you're just in there, just constantly obsessed with poop?
Yeah, you're an odd bird.
Yeah.
I guarantee you.
So here's the question, Riggins. If you could stop 60 miles before having to go all the way to the Grand Canyon and see the Pooseum rather than going all the way to see the Grand Canyon, which one are you doing?
2 tickets, please, to the Pooseum. Let's just stop here. Let's check out some dumps and be on our way. Absolutely.
They got air conditions.
You bet. Snap some photos, take a selfie, put it on your story. Let's get the hell out of here.
What'd you do on vacation? I went to the poop museum. It's great.
Saw a 2-foot turd.
The rest of the family can drop you off, and then they can go the rest of the way.
Y'all have fun looking at the ditch. I'll be here at the Pooseum. Come pick me up.
I'll be here sitting in the poop chair. It's an Adirondack made of poop. I'll be sitting here.
It's my throne.
When you get back. Thank you very much.
Live on your radio and anytime you want us, wherever you get podcasts. This is the Ace and TJ podcast and radio show.
When it comes to losing weight, sometimes you don't even know where to start. You know that it needs to happen, but you need some help. Well, you start by going to acetj.com/weight loss and ordering Calitrin. Calitrin is scientifically proven to help you lose weight, and it is not a drug. It is not a drug. Repeat that. So here's what you do. You go to acetj.com/Calitrin, order 3 months, and then you'll get 3 months free. 4 months free. That's how it works with Calitrin.
Hey, radio family, we've got a new way to win. Ace TJ Prime Rewards. Win great stuff like gift cards, Ace and TJ merch, concert tickets, and exclusive money can't buy experiences. Win it all with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. It's so easy. Download the Ace and TJ Family app in your app store or at acetj.com/app and start winning with Ace TJ Prime Rewards. New winners every week. Fun and free. Get the app and play Ace TJ Prime Rewards. We always knew you were a winner. Now it's your chance to prove it. Get the app today.